What is up, everyone? Thank you for joining us for another Overwatch Odyssey League matchup. Tonight, we have got the Respawn Rangers coming up against the Loggers. Commentating with me tonight, or I should say for me, as I'm going to take a step back and let the pros handle business, we have got Yvonne stepping in. Welcome back, Yvonne. How are you doing?
I'm back. I'm a year older, and I've returned to you all in this glorious matchup tonight.
And it will be a good one. Glad to have you in the booth, Yvonne. And we have got the legendary Petey Pipes on the mic. What's happening?
And going on OWO round one matchup tonight. It's going to be a good time. Happy belated to the homie Yvonne in the booth with your boy. It's another day in the lovely life. I know I'm ready. Zoran, talk to me. What I got to ask you a serious question though.
All right.
How are you going to do this to me?
What's that?
How are you just going to you allowed me to commentate through both XL2 and Midnight Muse, but today you get to take a step back. I'm very interested in understanding this emotional pattern that you are sending me through, this spiral that the chat has clearly followed through our drama series of keeping up with the Overwatch Odyssey League. Okay, every Saturday noon at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. He's lost for words. Chat.
No,
he didn't know.
You even prepped me for this, Pipes, and I gotta be honest, man.
You know, it's yo, that's so funny.
I just don't know what to say. I gotta keep my impartial opinions to myself, and I feel like in the matches for the Rangers that I have commentated, I've done a pretty good job of that. But I wish both teams the best of luck in pursuing this Odyssey League Championship Cup, because it's the very first one to ever go out to any team. And although I'd like to see the Rangers bring it home, anyone who gets that cup, I'll be excited for them. So with that being said, Pipes putting me on the spot there a little bit. We are going to be kicking things off tonight. The Respawn Rangers being the higher seed in this matchup. They are picking Coliseo as we are starting on push. They picked Coliseo for the starting map.
I'm overruling that.
Well, that's unfortunate because I just hit the start button. Pipes, take it away.
It should be. So here we go live on New Street Coliseo Edition. It's another day in the lovely life for the Loggers here as they take on the Respawn Rangers with their brand new squad members, Moments and TVD, aka Sue. For those of you who know him as TSU, that is the man, the myth, the legend, my goat, her. And oh man, we're gonna have a lovely day here. These two, what's the word that I want to use, Yvonne? There's a word I want to use for this. These two, I don't want to call them chaperones, but I want to use a fancy word, But either way you cut it, it doesn't matter. This is the Respawn Rangers taking the Loggers here in the round one of the playoffs. That's right. Last week we had XL2 along with the Midnight Muses, with the Loot Boxers, as well as Kaiju Corp. And now this week we have the Respawn Rangers and the Loggers, as well as Wyoming and VTG. So it's a jam-packed week for the playoffs here, and we're getting ready to start. All right? So for the side of the Loggers, Sokiomi locked in on that Ram, Lady on the McCrea, that Cassidy. Whoopsie days. Nell, we're here. And Lilo along with Nagani as the support here on that Lucio and Baptiste combo. They're looking to speed boost and grind. For the side of the Respawn Rangers, we do have Moments on that Rhyme, TVD man on that respectable Widowmaker, Pressed Ham on the Lucio, Mayday on the Sombra, and Yosu on the Kiriko. I'm not gonna lie, Yvonne, that was on point, yo.
Too perfect.
All right, big opening fight here as we get ready to see what both teams have to prevail. The Ramatra taking on the Reinhardt. Ability's already coming out as long as that white ice wall too, but Timmy is pushing in the direction for the Respawn Rangers, and this is where the going gets tough. Last week I brought it up in the chat. I do not like this map. I hate the corners on the fights, and look at what's happening. TVD man with a 3-piece, Moments cleaning up with a 2. No team kill for them, but these two are clearly working together as a double duo of destruction to just bring nothing but the best for the Respawn Rangers. Look at this. Oh, and look at that. Sokiomi now swapping off that Ram, immediately getting onto the Rhine, sticking with that R's, but no R&R for both these teams. Cannot rest and relax as they have to get into it if they want to stay alive here in the tournament. I like this Bastion pick.
I was about to comment on that. I was like, alright, we're angry now. Immediately swaps Bastion.
I wouldn't consider this angry. The fireman skin is out, and 2-2 to 2-2-2. I'm out here speaking like an EF40, and it's getting ready to rock. Honestly, if this is what you have to do to beat a team like the Respawn Rangers, I accept this by default. Okay, you are reverting to what I would call like cringerowski on the DPS. Okay, you're rocking the Bastion, the hardcore go brrr, along with the nail locks on the hacky hack mix stacky stack. It's game over, bro. Look at this rush comp too on your support, right? You have your speed boost support line that's able to move Sokiomi in and out. Meanwhile, Nagani is able to get in and out just off of a simple ability. They are able to articulate themselves around a team like the Respawn Rangers. Meanwhile, the Respawn Rangers have been showing nothing but total domination this entire match as far as how they're keeping this point in possession. Look at this. Timmy is already facing the other direction, and they are ready to combat. As I say that, Sokiomi takes out Moments with a fire strike, and Mayday comes in hard with a kill on Lady. So both teams neck and neck here, ready to combat. One team has a tank, the other team doesn't have a healer. It is what it is, but we're going to keep it going. I like it. This is like a game of tug of war. Look at this. This is the definition of push maps. Timmy is going back and forth. You hear the beeps? It's like an EDM song, chat. Massive Kitsune rush coming out, as well as beats from both sides. Ultimates coming out in a wrath of a flurry from the side of the Respawn Rangers as Team Log. I couldn't breathe right there. Team Loggers coming out of it too. Honestly, nail locks with that pick on the TVD. Sokiomi taking the pick on the pressed ham, and it's a beautiful day if you are a Logger here trying to turn this entire game around with 6:39 on the clock. Oh, beautiful picks, honestly. Way to go if you're the Loggers.
Twice in a row. Now both Ryans attempted to use their ultimates and got shut out.
That's how you know they're competing on an equal length. I mean, you are gonna see her swapping to an absolute dominant pick here on this Magoo. Honestly, you want to talk about rush comps on a push map, this is the guy to be on the tank when needed to be here if you are the Respawn Rangers. This Magoo composition could completely turn the trajectory of this game around. Even though it is 60-37 in favor of Respawn Rangers right now, with 5 minutes on the clock, this could be the hook, line, sinker, last nail in the coffin for a team like the Loggers to compete against, honestly. So we do have this Reinhardt providing a great shield, but at the same time, breaching the backline is Magoo, and here come the picks. Mayday coming in with two, TVP man in with one onto Lady Yoshi, getting one onto Nagani, and not many combatants left. But the Respawn Rangers will be keeping this one going here as they push this point, and Timmy is looking to get his butt scratching! And they canceled it. Okay, thank you, Blizzard, for ruining my life. All I wanted to see was Timmy scratch his butt. Yvonne was here with me in the cut, and y'all said no.
Yeah,
now, while I was distracted by Timmy, we do have Sokiomi swapping to the notable Sigma, and let me tell you something, Sokiomi on the Sigma has something we've been seeing all season long. We are a day away from the patch update, and I'm telling you right now, Sokiomi is ready to prove the world wrong about Sigma in this comp of Season 10. Okay, I say that, and Moments just comes wallowing in with a double kill right off the rip, keeping this Timmy moving. I feel like I don't know Overwatch anymore, Yvonne. It's looking like I'm ready for the next season's beta.
Well, I mean, we're only a few days away, so we'll get to rerun the entire game soon enough.
I'm happy we're not starting on a flashpoint, you know? I really have missed our flashpoint comment. Yo, and honestly, you're a big Ramantra fan too, right?
Oh yeah, I wanted
You
to make
would have
mention of when
loved.
they started.
You would
when
have
they-
loved last week's showing between both teams pulling out the Ramantras on the Flashpoint maps.
Oh my god, now I'm really upset about that. I'm really upset that I missed that.
If you
Also,
watch
too
it,
bad-
if you rewatch it, you can hear my heartfelt camaraderie of like, damn, I really wish Yvonne was here because like, I'm sad now.
Yeah, I'm a huge sucker for him. Like,
No long pause. Here we go, moments whipping out the ultimate chamber of Death Cage, and it's ready to rock and roll here as I will prevail Mayday, taking out Lilo, as well as Sokiyomi using that atomic grab right there to take out TVD. Mayday getting a big pick on Lady, trying to turn this around here is Team Loggers, but her in their backline with both healers is not going to assist anybody here. Naillox on the Torbjorn here trying to combat with Sokiyomi, but a big dive in comes moments, and this point is going back and forth, left and right. It's a nice 3v3. We do have this Bastion going Burr here, but no one is being dealt enough damage due to the healing factor of the Respawn Rangers. I say that, and here comes the pick. What'd you say, Yvonne?
I'm gonna level with you. So for those of you who are watching our stream right now, the Respawn Rangers are in red, the Loggers are in blue. On my screen, the Loggers are in the red, and the Respawn Rangers are on blue for their colors, so I'm just being very
That's left and right for those of you watching.
Yeah. So
It's
like-
not political, but left and right.
yeah, it's just the colors are
Zoran laughed, I heard him. He chuckled. That's all that matters. TVD, man, with a massive high noon, and it's not going to pick anybody off, but a big three-peat assist here onto Naillox, as well as her picking off Lady and getting the sixth man, a.k.a. the turret. Oh, no, my baby! As I say that, Lilo gets an anti-nade kill onto TVD, man. Yoshi taking out Sokiyomi, and Lilo getting another pick on and looking promising for a team like the Loggers, but Team Respawn Rangers are keeping this Timmy moving in their direction here with 1:55 on the clock.
I'm just gonna say it. I know bloggers I mean it's been an incredible back and forth on like, can we just talk about Suku and that Sigma has just been impressive. Amazing
Oh my
shutout.
god, you talk about that ult, but look at that sweet Sombra ult, the EMP of a lifetime from Mayday. Before he goes down, it was a sacrificial, like, I got you, team! Cancelled. Full welcome mat open, and the Timmy is moving in the Respawn Rangers' direction of success.
And the Foxes
Two
are out.
Kitsune Rushes. As Yvonne said, the Foxes are clashing. It's another day in the lovely life here as Prestham gets a big pick onto the sixth man here. And we're going to see just what the Loggers have left in them in this final 50 seconds here. Big cage fight coming out now from Moments. This could be a team wipe here as 2 goes down. High Noon does come out from the side of TVD, man, and does get the pick onto Lilo as well as Sokiyomi there. And this could be a full... Wow, TVD, man, with the absolute triple kill monstrosity, Vivacity, doing everything in his power to get the Respawn Rangers that win there. And now to the play of the game, where we see it all unfold. So, Zoran, since we don't get an interview in between games anymore, I might as well ask you, how you feeling after round 1?
Oh, man, Pipes, you put me on the spot again, brother. I gotta
Really?
say, yeah, I mean...
I feel like you'd be ready for this. I mean, we didn't write a... Chad, I'm going to be honest with you. There was no script written for today. I thought the game was on Wednesday, and I'm here now live with you on Monday. All right? Just keeping it real. This was like... Zoran was like, Pipes, we're putting this together last minute. Ask me any questions you want, and we're going to get this thing going. And that's what I've done so far. I think I've been doing what I've been asked to do. But now it is time for Zoran to answer the question of questions. Zoran, how are you feeling going into match number 2 here against a team like the Loggers?
That's kind of a loaded question there, Pipes.
A loaded question.
I would say that
The Loggers are a good team, and at any point in the match, if the Rangers don't give 100%, this could easily go in favor of the Loggers. So I have to give credit where credit's due. However, I do also have to pinpoint, there are some things that I saw on the Ranger side in that last map that make me feel pretty confident for tonight. So as long as they continue to give maximum effort, then we should be okay. But I got to say, again, Loggers are a strong team. We just have to continue to give 100% here.
I like that. That's, you know what? I'm not going to lie, guys. As a manager myself, that is exactly what I want to hear from a guy like Zoran right now. That is beautiful. You're not taking the enemy for granted. You're taking into consideration their high-level skill that they bring into this match. And that is what Overwatch is all about, folks. I almost just backed out of the lobby with my bottom controller paddle shifters. That would not have been good. But yeah, I'm just ready to see what the Loggers pick for map number 2, folks. I know that you guys are too. I know that we're very excited. We're ready to get the ball rolling. Escort is what the next map is going to be, and that is just like week 1 with XL2, Jib,
Flashpoint.
Junkertown, and Havana. What do you mean?
Flashpoint's next.
But you sent us this reminder for round 1. It says Escort's map number 2.
So what Pipes meant to say is in that message that I had sent, it says mode order for tonight is push, Flashpoint, hybrid, control, escort. So the next one is going to be Flashpoint, and the Loggers will have map pick.
Nani?
Well, unless I have something to say about
Am
that.
I interpreting this wrong, or did I just not read properly? Control, escort, high, push, Flashpoint, push, Flashpoint, control, Nani?
We're clarifying for Pipes here.
Yeah,
See,
guys,
so
sorry for
I'm
the
reading it,
technical
I get it.
difficulties.
Like I'm reading the thing. I
Did
know
I
what
read this entirely wrong?
Yes.
I did.
That's
Oh my
just
God.
the pool. That's a separate
Oh
part
my
of the
God.
Live.
Oh
everybody.
my God, my mom. This is more heartbreaking than my mom just telling me that when I was a kid in high school, I scored like over a 130 on my IQ, and she doesn't remember the exact score. No one.
Oh, sorry. Was I supposed
Isn't
to
that
laugh?
devastating?
Oh,
That is.
Isn't that
I'm so sorry to hear that, Pines.
Right? My mom's like, "Oh, you were such a smart kid. We were outside. We had a couple of brews. I did some yard work. She came home. She's like, you're such a smart kid." I'm like, "Am I?" And she's like, your IQ was like in the top 2%. And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, it's very high." And I go, "Mom, what do you mean very high? Do you remember the number?" She's like, "No, I don't remember the number." I'm like, "What do you mean you don't remember the number?" So then she turns around, she goes, "Look it up on Google. It was very high. It was over 100. Right?" And then all of a sudden, I'm like, it's over 132 is very high. Top 2% is above 130 something. My mom's like, "That sounds about right." I'm like, "But you don't know the number?" She's like, "No." I was like, "Oh, well, I guess I could claim I'm the smartest in the world then if you don't know the number." Game on, folks. But clearly, I misread that. I feel like a bad disciple of Zoran.
Okay, I'm gonna go cry in a corner right now because
I'm gonna go
cry
cry
in
in
a
a corner
So
too.
I'm gonna go cry in a corner now.
Moving on, we have got the second map for tonight. Loggers, having lost the first one, did get the pick, and they chose Suravasa for the Flashpoint game mode.
I
Yvonne,
know.
how you feel that
It's
it's
okay,
not New Junk
Yvonne.
City?
Okay. It's okay, Yvonne. We
I'm
got
like-
nothing
I'm-
but Suravasa in the entire playoff so far. Okay.
Of that one scene in Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, where Venom Snake is just on his knees screaming into the sky.
Why?
Yes, that exact scene.
Ah. I feel like they put me at a point that I have to travel to now because this is definitely not the first point on Suravasa. So here we go, fast traveling live with PDP from down the street and Yvonne here on the best, the most aesthetic Flashpoint. Time out. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that, chat. I had to fix myself real quick. Wait, what? Why'd Yvonne leave the game?
Oh, I didn't. My power just went out. Live, everybody. So I'm just here. Hi, I can't see the game for a few minutes until my power comes back on. I'm so
Well,
play.
I'm gonna step in now for my homie Yvonne, who clearly had a power outage, as it's clear the gods are angry that New Junk City was not selected and instead Saravasa was brought up to the table. But this is the best aesthetic map. I've mentioned it before. New Junk City is definitely a Pipes and Yvonne favorite. We love that Aussie, 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 oi, 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 go attitude. But here live for the Respawn Rangers, we do have moments on the JQ, TVD on the Venture, Mayday on the Lucio, Prestam on that Cassidy, and Yoshi on the Kiri. As I say, that TVD man getting quick 2 picks as moments takes out Lady. And that is just what you need if you're the Respawn Rangers here on Flashpoint, able to create a dent early and get this ball rolling. For the side of the Loggers, we have Sokiomi on the Ramantra. Sin that Yvonne's not here. Lady on the Cassidy. Nalox on the Sombra. Lilo on the Alari. And Nagani on the Kiriko. Big night of events tonight as we roll into the best of the best here at the Odyssey Overwatch session of sessions here. This tournament that goes down for the Overwatch Odyssey League. It's another day in the lovely life for the boys. Sokiomi getting ready to throw the fist here, but Lilo getting that pick here onto Prestam, and Sokiomi peeking that corner here, trying to take out her, getting her completely out of disposal, but Nalox taking out Yoshi. Oh man, he's talking all that smack. He's saying, hey, it'll cost you everything. The Lari pylon is piling health into the man, but as Mayday takes it out, Lady Scott gets a pick on a Mayday. Venture popping up from burrowing here as the Loggers are on this point to take it back here 94% to 0, and it looks like the Loggers are going to get that pick onto TVD man and take this point for themselves. All right. So no swaps made from either side yet. We do have ultimates incoming. Big shot opportunity for her. And here it comes, the annihilation from Sokiomi. We've seen this all season long. We know how they like to play on this Reinhardt. They're very pivotal. They want to pull you in, they want to draw you in, and they want to bring you to their team so they can get the picks as an assist. It's always a good day to have a day, but Prestam, TVD, and Moments have something else to say here as they line up this triple piece to reclaim this point at 99% to 77. That is a point flip. We are an OT, and it's going to be a Respawn Rangers point capture, and we lead 1-0 here for the Respawn Rangers going to the next flashpoint.
Okay, this just in. I have my power back. I'm going to be back in the game in about 2 minutes. I'm so sorry about it. This, everyone.
It's okay. We have Yvonne off here on the technical difficultianos. Coming back to us live. We are on Palace. We're getting ready to go on Saravasa. Another day in a lovely life. Here comes TVD Man's old moments taking out Lilo. No ult cap for TVD Man though. Lilo's payload goes down, as well as a hinder taking out TVD Man, and this could be the Loggers' one up here to getting the point, but they do look down in numbers here as Respawn Rangers looks to claim this objective. And that, and look at that EMP from Nalox here, able to get both Mayday and Moments. Could this be what the Loggers need? And this just might be what the Loggers need to take this point here, 20% and climbing for a team like the Rangers to 0. And my goat, I'll miss you. But the Loggers take this point at 32% here. My goat is back. Alright, so Loggers just take this point. Nothing has changed. They do whip out this Kitsune Rush. The other Kitsune Rush of Yoshi does come out here. And now we have a fight for our lives as point supremacy is clearly what is needed. Both teams pulling out ultimates from all angles. Sokiomi whipping out the Annihilation. Lilo whipping out the Sunrise as... Oh, could this be? Could this be Respawn Ranger? With a hook and a dream, Lilo able to take it out her in those final moments to get 75% on the board for a team like the Loggers here, as the Respawn Rangers look to set up to take this point by storm here in the final moments. There's a hack onto Tsukiyomi. Tsukiyomi's gonna have to play behind this corridor, but Prestham getting a pick on the Lady Scott. So down a DPS they are. And now a point flip in favor of Team Respawn Rangers, who do have moments on that Magoo here. This is actually a beautiful pick for this point in the map. Big system hack. Ooh, Prestham able to take out Lilo.
The other advantage
So
that the
still
Respawn Rangers have, they've got 2 coming up on 3 and 4 alts. Go ahead, didn't mean to step on your toes there, Pipes.
No, you're chilling, honestly. I'm glad you brought that up, because that's exactly what I was about to go into. Like, you know, they're holding this point. They're at 73%. Now it's 99 and 99 here. This is coming down to that ult factor that you're talking about. Prestham able to whip out that high noon, taking out 3. Let alone a 1 with the high noon, but 2 others with the hinder along with a headshot. Yoshi able to seal the deal here, and this is going to be a quick 2-0 right here on Flashpoint for the Respawn Rangers. Back to you, Zora.
I was going to say, that was a really good fight from both teams. And that point, I mean, that was a close one. One almost has to wonder if the Respawn Rangers not capping the objective when they could have put that in jeopardy. But the Loggers fought that point really well. Now switching to the Battle Cattle. Excited to see what that brings against Moments Malga here.
Now, honestly, I mean, Moments is a really strong tank, right? And honestly, they could be one of the best in the league, right? I think that argument goes between them and Oso right now, right? But, you know, from what I've seen from Moments from past league seasons to this league season, they are being as dominant as ever, trying to do whatever they have to do to completely suspend any point capping from side of the Loggers or any opponent in this case. Honestly, this is how hers performed all season since they've been onboarded to the Respawn Rangers. I'm very interested to seeing how the Respawn Rangers articulate their playstyle to the new Season 11 meta. That is what I'm looking forward to.
That's true. And Caliseo is getting some map updates, so that'll be interesting to see if that takes play into anything in the future.
Yeah, they're removing the glass on that map, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how that's gonna...
I'm very interested to see. Oh, I mean, it's gonna be good for anybody who gets stuck on the glass trying to be a poke while dying, right? So you're gonna be able to finally be able to exit and find a health pack and not have to worry about somebody closing the corner on you. But at the same time, what exposure does that bring with characters like Mei, Sombra, Tracer, the soon-to-be brand new character, right? What's her name? Space Ranger, right? That's the new character. So like,
that's
there
the
are
name,
so
not
many.
The concept name. That is the character's name.
The character's name is Space Ranger, right?
Oh,
And
I
that's
thought
a
that was the
big
concept
win.
name.
3-0 for the Respawn Rangers here. Honestly, they were looking like they were they were just moving here on this entire payload. So compared to the play of the game. Honestly, Yuvon, you're a Ramatra fan. What do you got to say to Tsukiyomi on that go?
I have to wait till the YouTube stream catches up. Here we go. Okay, now I'm watching the play of the game. I'm so sorry, everybody, about this. Though I could just blankly say, yay, Ram play of the game. We love him. No, I'm watching it right. Oh, wow. Okay, this is impressive. All right, you go, Tsukiyomi. Yeah, no, we love it. We love every moment of it. yeah, I'm almost at a loss of words because it's just like it's such a great versatile character. Like Ram really does work kind of well when he's a little bit backed into a corner because you have multiple people, like, because again it's such good close quarters combat as we saw with the play the game from Tsukiyomi, where you just have multiple characters just right next to him, and now we can capitalize on it. And there's a pretty good deal of quick thinking that you have to be in the moment to understand this, and you have to make sure that you trust in your supports that they got your back for every moment of it as well. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to fix these technical difficulties. Okay, I'm in the game now. Yay.
You're vibing. You and Inbred got here at the best time. I know Swag's out there in the chat. Yuvon, you missed it. Last week, Swag was getting me water. I needed water so badly. It was that's how heated the game got. And I don't mean heated in a negative. It was heating up. Like, it was getting so good. Like, it went down to I called it was a Mat 5 game from the start. All of a sudden, it goes to Mat 5, and I'm like, Swag, I need water. And he's just posting soda cups in the chat like, I got you, pipes. It was great. It was fantastic. But as far as these two teams go, right? So now we just did Flashpoint, so now... No way.
What?
Is it really going Kings now?
I know, right? Like, we're willingly walking into the King's Row curse this time. There's no excuse.
No, I feel like I'm really... message was interpreted differently. Like, I'm reading it. Maybe I'm reading it backwards. I don't even know anymore. All I know is, chat, tonight is a surprise, okay? I didn't expect Kings Row to come out right now on a map 3 situation here. You know, 2-0 Respawn Rangers going into Kings Row against the Loggers, looking for it all. Tsukiyomi and company here trying to take back what is rightfully theirs as they take on a team like the Respawn Rangers here in the first round of the playoffs. I'm ready. I'm excited. My hands, they're like, oh, we're starting. Wow. Not on me, by the way, Chad. I did not call that. Even though I said I'm ready to go, that had nothing to do with... Clearly, both teams said ready. All right, just got to clarify there. So Kings Row. Oh, my God. So fantastic. Absolutely oodles of excitement here. So, Yvonne, you know what we're going to see. We're clearly going to get TVD man on that Widowmaker. We're probably going to see a bunch of hits against open up this alleyway here between the first point and the second. And that is just exactly what you want here on Scrims Row. It's just a beautiful day to have a day. Honestly, we should have went Christmas. It would have been a much more pleasing surprise to hear melodies like Jingle Bells playing in the home spawn. Ah, what a day.
In the middle of June. In the middle of June.
Well, they say Christmas in July, but clearly the tournament's not going to be in July, so we need to have ourselves our Christmas in June. All right, so Respawn Rangers, her on the rock, on the Ash and Brett on the May, making their debut at the game. Mayday on the Lucio and Yoshi on the Kiriko. As for the side of the Loggers, we have Tsukiyomi on the Rhine, on the Bastion, Nalox on the May, Lilo on the Kiri, and Nagani on the Moira. As I say that, Lilo and Nagani are both swapping over to that Lucio and that Kiriko, and we are going to see an offensive front hold here.
Okay.
Lady getting cut off by the May wall of Inbred. So we do have that May mirror, we do have that Ryan mirror, as well as we have that Kiri Lucio. So the big difference here is going to be who, the Ash or the Bastion, right? Like, that's going to be your key decider, I want to say, and then it comes down to pure skill. Yeah.
So you were talking about right before the match started. I didn't want to cut you off at any point, but you were talking about the TVD man going Widow. I am so happy that TVD man went Ash instead. because I think Ash on this particular map with this particular chokehold just works freaking wonders with that mix of dynamite. And if you can build your ult quick enough, Bob is just well, I'm not even gonna say borderline lethal, like definitively just lethal in these with this close quarters mayhem that you're gonna get between this inner room where Moments is kind of guarding, the wall with the big chokehold and all that, and good wall, inbred.
Honestly, not a better wall indeed, but it does look like the Respawn Rangers are going to be aggressively attacking the point here as they defend it against Tokiomi and company, who is storming the castle here. Oh, and a big Kitsune rush and a massive move from the side of the Respawn Rangers as they collect 4 heads, 5, and there is a kill for the Respawn on King's Row here with 5 on the clock. Back to you, Yvonne. I feel like every time I do that, you just are like lost for words.
Always am. Well, no, because I want to make sure I get everybody's names right. And I was literally just gonna make a joke about. I was like, okay, and Inbred was like, yeah, I heard my name. Heard we were talking about me for 2 seconds. So I'm like, I'm gonna team kill the opposing team. And I'm like, okay, you do you, buddy. Remind me never to make them mad. Anybody on the Respawn Rangers. Just remind me never to piss them off. I'm scared of them.
I know not.
I'm so scared of
all
them.
the Respawn Rangers, I know not to make Moments or TVD mad.
No, never.
All right.
Never.
Now,
They can never be
Inbred,
angry.
Beta, and Yoshi, I feel like are good friends of the pipes. They would 100% side with me in any kind of argument. But the other two on that team, they scare me Overwatch-wise.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to one-on-one them. I feel like I entirely just wouldn't be fun for my bronzeness. Yeah, they're coming from a totally different approach here. The loggers on this right-hand journey as they jump across, not using the Maywall, but Moment's able to get a big pin and a hammer down. Triple quadruple kill, and TVD Man sealing the deal, and that's a team kill number 2. What a move!
Moments just pulled a Thor from the first Avengers movie. You want me to put the hammer down? And there it goes.
Everybody
Pulled a Thor. And here comes the Winton.
Big Mayo coming out from both sides now. The double shlobe on the point here. Lady gets a pick onto her. And with 22 seconds left on the clock, this could be exactly what the loggers need here. Oh, this could be their point. They do have that Winton Swift. You have her swapping to the Orisa. A lot of things are happening. The Kitsune Rush coming out here. This could be the loggers' point, but it is contested in OT. Not anymore. And here it is. Keeping themselves alive with 2:28 in the clock. The loggers able to secure the deal here. Swapping to a dive comp. As the Respawn Rangers. Excuse me. As the Respawn Rangers do make a slight swap, right? TVD goes over to the Sombra, Inbred to the Reaper, and her to the Orisa.
Oh no. You see what I see? You see a Tsukuyomi Zarya in pipes. What is going on with my game? There we go. I always have a deep, like, intrinsic fear whenever I see Mei and Zarya standing, like, shoulder to shoulder with each other, because it's basically
Honestly,
like, now you
if I
basically have
see-
2 tanks.
If I see 2 beams on the same team, I'm like concerned for my own health.
Now you got these crackle freeze. You essentially now you're like, alright, now there's 2 tanks, now you gotta deal with me. Actually, you have 3 beams because Alari's here.
Yeah, but Alari's beam is only for healing.
Yeah, well,
It's not like a
beam in
damage
spirit.
beam.
The beam
A beam in
I guess.
spirit. You're not wrong. TVD Man made Inbred able to hold this defense up here with 50 seconds left to go as they take out 4 formidable foes of the Team Loggers here. Look at the match point this, by the way. This is match point. It's been going fast. I feel like none of you have paid attention like I have, but it is match point.
Yeah, I've been away for a while, and I wanted to say this. I forgot just how fast the rounds go. Like, maybe because I was here for a while, like I was expecting like the length of the matches, but now I'm just like, nah, this is real quick.
Oh, big ups, but only able to take out Lilo's ultimate, and now a big EMP taking out 3 from side of the Loggers here. Yeah, this is going back and forth. Not gonna be able to double kill. Just trying to keep the point alive. Yoshi
Okay,
being the only
got
one
some
in their
space.
back line, we do have, and we have a full 5 group up here.
All right, we're not down and out yet. We're making some good progress.
Very
Still
good
going.
progress indeed.
We got what is that TVD man on Sombra running? She's a runner. She's a track star. Sombra. Here we go.
They're gonna run away when it gets hard.
Well, Sombra. It's just she's gunning it like.
I do like what I'm seeing here, though. This point is being pushed by the Loggers with littlest effort here as they try to break through now the defenses of the respawn. Wow, what a move by her. Her was able to push the Zarya off that point and keep them occupied enough to cause what would be called a C9, but in my eyes, that's not a C9. That's full defense. You push that team off that point. And that's what I'm talking about. Big terror surge from her.
Risa just literally turned into a fullback right there.
You saw that too, right?
Yeah, I saw just straight off the.
I got the hiccups, but I'm doing it. Let's go. Oh, and down.
Now we're not gonna boo Risa, people in chat. That's not fair. She's only like what, 2-3 years old in lore. Like
She's
we can't do that.
a year and a half.
A year and a half old. You cannot boo a year and a half year old. I don't care whether or not it's a robot. You cannot boo a year and a half year old. Okay. That's not fair. She's gonna hurt her feelings.
I mean, for a year and a half, though, she has been very dominant in Overwatch.
Is that really how old Orisa is in lore as well?
Yeah, look it up on Google.
Yeah, I'm
Because
aware.
she's a robot, so like, robots don't age unless you're like Zenyatta. You have like the iris.
Yeah,
Orisa
that air.
asked to be taught what the iris is. Like, Orisa's just a program. Now, granted, technically by fault, Orisa should be at least 5 or 6 because of the fact that she's been in the game so long. But according to lore, she's only like a year old.
I thought you were gonna say, oh, she's 5 or 6 because the OR-15 models were older than that.
Nah. Oh,
We're just gonna lore
OR-15.
corner.
Like, her main Orisa skin from the OG days is what Eevee first created, right? And then the OR-15 was the system created after Orisa was made. So OR-15 is Orisa, but it's like they had multiple versions of OR-15s. And Doomfist destroyed them all.
Yeah.
And that's when Orisa looks on Numbani. Back in Overwatch 1, you guys in Overwatch 2 will never know. There used to be an OR-15 completely busted into the wall here. Massive point at, by the way, by the side of the Respawn Rangers with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. But yes, Orisa on Numbani originally was smashed into a wall in Overwatch 2. For those of you who never played Overwatch 1, Orisa is no longer smashed in that wall. And that's why the voice line is, I will always look past my mistakes and I will beat you this time. Where originally her voice line on Numbani was, this is where I showed great defeat, and if Doomfist is next to her, it's a totally different conversation. But for anyone who never played Overwatch 1, you missed that encounter, and you should look it up on YouTube.
Guilty.
Speaking of YouTube, Overwatch Odyssey League for the playoffs is here all week long, ready to rock and roll here. As we see Could we see a complete three-peat here? 3-0 to the start of the week. Fighting for their lives are the Loggers, but the Respawn Rangers looking to prevail and take it. They do. 3-0 here. The Respawn Rangers take it all. And that was a 1-2-3 series. GG's to the Loggers. What a move.
Yeah, definitely. That was a 4K, I believe. Definitely heck of a play there for moments. So exciting stuff for the Respawn Rangers being able to move on and continue in the postseason tournament. They have got the Loot Boxers.
Loot Boxers.
That is going to be a heck of a match. I'm excited to see it. Now, if you remember from the regular season, the Respawn Rangers were able to come away from that match with a 4-1 victory, and I'm sure that the Loot Boxers have a bit of a chip on their shoulder as they're preparing themselves to face off against the Respawn Rangers once again. But before we end things tonight, we are going to look to do an interview from one of the Respawn Rangers. So let's see about getting that set up. Pipes, what are some takeaways that you saw from tonight's game while we get this figured out?
Well, I saw nothing but the best in Respawn Overwatch tonight, right? They completely dominated the course on all angles, right? But I gotta compliment the Loggers for combating. Even though the Loggers didn't win tonight, they still showed in team fights what it is needed to take these points from a team like the Respawn Rangers, who have developed greatly over the past 9 weeks. I guess we're in like week 10, you would consider it. But at the end of the day, the Loggers really showed great stout against a team like the Respawn Rangers, but the Respawn Rangers just were really able to just, do it all, cover the angles, collapse when needed to collapse, regroup when needed to regroup, take the team fights properly to secure those objectives, and that is what is needed here in today's day and age of Overwatch.
For sure. And Pipes, I liked the analysis there. We are going to be bringing in Mayday, playing a little bit of DPS, a little bit of support tonight, bringing in for a post-game interview. Yo, Mayday, what's happening?
Mayday, Mayday, we're going down!
What's up, guys?
How in the ham sandwich are you?
I'm doing pretty well. How are
I
you
gotta
guys?
ask you a real question.
Okay.
How does it feel to be in an interview with your manager? Are you nervous in any sort of way?
Yeah.
Are you afraid to slip up?
Yeah.
You are.
I'm always nervous.
Does Zoran hurt you guys if you don't do an interview properly?
Yo, Pipes, chill.
Okay, I mean, I've said some out-of-pocket things on this stream,
Not
okay?
physically,
We're not gonna
it's just
shy away
Come
from that.
on! That was a
I've
good
said some
one!
out-of-pocket things.
That
He
was a
hits us
good
with the
one!
emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Oh, dude, he's the guy with the flip-flop. Emotional damage. Straight up.
Yep.
Sin. So, Mayday, honestly, about tonight's series, how did it feel? What was the comms like? What was the what is the playoff? Give me your playoff experience here. Talk to me. Give it to me. What were you feeling throughout the entire series tonight?
It sounds like I was probably feeling a little bit better than you. Sounds like you got the hiccups there, bud.
I do have the hiccups.
But we've been running some scrims lately, ever since the end of regular season, just trying to stay where we have regular communication down and everything. And Inbred was not there right at the start, but because we've been playing as a team and we've had different subs throughout the entire season, we were able to just keep it as a unit and get the job accomplished.
I like that a lot. Now, ooh, what? You know what? Yvonne,
Yeah.
I gotta ask. I feel like I'm in a pickle here. I want to ask like a really good question, but I feel like that I need some Yuvon insight here because I don't know what exact display I want to take from the game tonight to use here. But from Coliseum all the way to Kings Row, I feel like you guys didn't really need to switch anything up crazy, right? It came down to like little minor swaps between the tank character pool, right? But all in all, between support and DPS, you guys pretty much kept it like very tight, like knit in front of that hero pool. And like, what did you get from the loggers? Like, what were they showing you guys card wise that allowed you to run these compositions that you were running in tonight?
Well, I mean, as far as the tank swapping goes, it's we're in Overwatch 2 in 2024, so tanks just are constantly getting countered. So you just are, unfortunately, if you play that role, you have to constantly swap. So our tank moments has a pretty wide hero pool on the tank category, so he's able to swap it out. But other than that, again, it's just kind of business as normal for us. We've been running pretty similar to the comps that we have that we ran tonight in our last few games.
So now I asked Zoran this before, but now that one of his players is here, I might as well ask you in front of him. How do you feel about the Season 11 meta coming into play with the patch notes that are about to come out? Like, how do you
haven't
feel?
even looked at them.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I was gonna say, I was like, how do you feel as a member of the Respawn Rangers going through the rest of the playoffs, knowing that you guys are gonna have to like completely switch it up, almost not fully, but like somewhat.
Yeah,
That's where that general question was going. But if you didn't read the patch notes, then I don't think there's really gonna be any answer to this question other than fuck it.
We'll just have to look at the changes that are being made and try to get some more practice in as a group, and just try to hammer out any kind of potential issues that we might have.
That was 2.9 strikes.
I know, I saw that. So Zoran, anything you gotta add to this?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird for me to ask questions to my own players, knowing that I will fully be in that conversation. But Mayday, I guess, what are your takeaways? Going from loggers and then now you are going to face the loot boxers. What are some things, adjustments, anything that you're expecting to have to adapt to or change as far as composition or communication or anything like that when going up against the loot boxers for your next matchup?
Well, when you're playing the loot boxers, that you're gonna have to deal with Oso on, his favorite two tanks there, on the Magoo and the Roadhog. But other than that, with them adding in bubbles, maybe some things that we don't really know what to expect from their team going forward. So just kind of got to be ready for anything, I guess.
Sure.
Just mostly just get our communication down, and that's the biggest thing, especially at this rank, is just have everyone on your team working on the same page.
Sure. Overall tonight, did you feel like this was a good opportunity to really get everything down pat, work together as a team completely? And obviously I got to sit on your scrims, listening to that. Did you feel like you were able to play better tonight than maybe in a couple of your scrims in the past there between end of the regular season and now?
What you trying to say about me in the scrims there, boss?
Scoreboard. Just
Pipes has been putting Zoran on the spot all day today, and now he has put one of his own players in the spot. What are you trying to say about me, boss? Yo, Yuvon, swag, someone clip that. We're gonna have to save that for the highlight video that we give to Zoran later in the year for his appreciation video.
Again, like with the with the scrims and everything, just getting more playtime with everybody, uh, just kind of knowing what to expect from the team as a whole, uh, kind of works in our advantage. Going forward with loot boxers, it's they're a pretty different team than what we just faced, but I think we'll be able to come out on top still.
Sure, sure. Well, I like the confidence, and congratulations tonight. We will let you go. Appreciate you hopping in the booth with us, and good luck in your next match.
Thanks, man.
All right, see ya. Alrighty, everyone. That was Mayday, one of the players from the Respawn Rangers, joining us in the booth there for that short post-game interview. But with all that being said, gotta say, GG's to Loggers. Well played throughout the entirety of the regular season and up to this point. We will be excited to have you on board for next season. Going forward, love to see more of that play and more of those things that you excel at. Definitely excited to see more Loggers action. Also, GG's and congratulations to the Respawn Rangers moving on in the postseason tournament. Excited to see more of that as they get one step closer to getting that championship cup. So, until then, we have got a match. This will be Wednesday, 8 p.m. EST. This is going to be the number 1 seed, Wyoming Cowboys, going up against the number 8 seed, VTG Orion. So make sure to tune in to see who's going there. The winner of that game will go up against
XL2.
XL2.
Keep going. XL2. I'm going to be the background noise. Keep going. XL2. XL2.
I'm getting distracted by the chanting.
Damn.
But here nor there, as we progress through the rest of the postseason, wish everyone the best of luck going forward, and we will see you again on Wednesday. Have a good night.
See you then, ladies,
GG.
gents, and everyone.